Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Super Brave Escape Crafts, and I hope you guys are all doing well today. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. We talk about crafty stuff, yarn, and books, and everything else in life. Hope you guys are all doing good today. It's Sunday. I was supposed to make this video about this hat because this is my my Valentine's Day hat. I was gonna make it before Valentine's Day, but I didn't get to make it before Valentine's Day, so it's cute though. You can wear it whenever. It's not necessarily a Valentine's Day hat, but I made it. I was hoping to. Well, I did. I actually wore one yesterday when we went out. So I do have a yarn haul today. I do. Oh, I have to cut that off. I see that now. I have an extra little string. Hold on, I'm going to do that right now. Okay. So, because I'm Hot Mess Express. And, done. Okay. Alright, so, how you guys all doing? I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Whatever you did. Oh, we didn't do a ton. We did, I want to get out of the house because it's been well over a month since I went out and did anything except for go to the doctor or get surgery. So I was really wanting to get out of the house. Paid for it last night because my feet were killing me, but that's okay. Feet are still killing me today, Sunday, but that's all right. Things happen, right? We got to deal with what we got to deal with. It sucks, but I did get out of the house. I went to Michael's. I went to Barnes & Noble. It was nice. I'm going to put my glovies on. It was nice to get out of the house a little bit, even though I suffered for it. It's nice to go shopping. I haven't been shopping for a while. So I did get to go to Michael's because yesterday they had, and I feel like it's still today, they have 30% off all regular price items, and yarn is not on sale in the store. So, I was good with that. So we went, I had a hair right in my eye. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, so I got a little bit of a yarn haul I'd like to share with you guys. Let's see. You guys want to see some of this stuff? I got some of the new cakes that they have that everybody's been showing, so I wanted to show them. And I got some stuff that's not new, but we'll go through it all anyway, right? So, alright, let's start here. Let's switch bags. Alright. Alright, so, let's start here. So I got, what that is. Alright, so this is the new upside down cakes from Caron. This one is like a brown. It is like a brown, tan, and gray, and like a cream. I'm excited to see how these look worked up. This is, let's see what color it's called, Cinnamon Roll, and it is a 4-weight, 5mm knitting needles, 5mm crochet hook. It is 8 ounces, 227 grams, 403 yards, 369 meters, 100% acrylic. So, I love the colors in this. You can see them. Yeah, I really like the colors in this. So, I got 2 of those. And then, these are the upside down cakes too. This is the color Raspberry Sorbet. Could not resist. I thought that was so pretty. So I grabbed 2 of these, and like this is definitely like what I think is like a 4-weight. Like it feels like a 4-weight. A good regular 4-weight. I still have a hair in front of my eye. It's driving me nuts. Oh. Yeah, it's like a good 4-weight. So I'm excited to work these up and see how they look. I guess they're supposed to be striping. because it shows a blanket on the side with stripes. So, although I don't generally do that, so there's that. You can see it on the camera. There we go. All right. So I got 2 of those, and then I got one more. And the upside down cakes, only one of these, but these are so pretty because they only had like 2 of these left. And this is the candy floss. I love the color. Love. All right. And then I got, well, these aren't new. These are some cinnamon swirl cakes. I've had these before. I really like them. But they are on clearance right now for $7. And they're normally the $12.99. So I got, this is, what color is this? Strawberry swirl. I have not had this one before. I thought that was pretty. Has like this blue, pink, lavender, red, and then this like gray, purple, variegated. I don't know. Oh, and like a burgundy. So I'm excited to work these up because I think these are going to be cool. And like I said, for clearance, you know, so they're on clearance right now. I don't know if they're clearance at everybody's store, but they're clearance for $7. So I grabbed 2 of those. Oh wait, I have another upside down cake. I lied. Oh no, I grabbed 3 of the, 3 of those cinnamon swirl cakes. Okay. You know, because clearance, you know. And then I got one more upside down cake I didn't realize. This is the color Frozen Banana. Huh. I wouldn't have gone there, but I guess it's got different colors of blue, yellow, like a slate blue, a light blue, a dark blue, and then like different shades of yellow, and then like black in it. So Frozen Banana. It was different. I thought I'd pick it up. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh no! I got. Hold on. I have a yarn issue. Okay. Oh no. Ugh. All right. This one wants to be next. All right. So I got 2 of those frozen bananas. So this is on clearance too. This is that Skyscape, the Loops and Threads Skyscape that they came out with. This is a 4-weight. It says, but it's thin. It calls for a 4mm knitting needle, 4.5mm crochet hook. It's 78% acrylic, 22% nylon, and it's kind of fuzzy. And it's thin. I would say this is more like a 3-weight. I guess they call it a 4-weight because of the fuzz. But, yeah, this is, 262 yards, 240 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. And, the color here is burgundy and light blue multi. So, not very original. So if you can see it, let me get it behind. So this is a neat color. It's very muted, but I thought this will look pretty worked up. So yeah, so I got a couple of these, and these were on clearance for $5, so that's cheap. So I figured I'd grab a couple of those, try them out. I've seen some people make some really pretty stuff with them. Passionate Kelsey made some hats. She mixed it with another 4-weight, and it looked really nice. So, and I've seen other people work it up, and it's pretty. I saw somebody on Alive was working up a shawl with it. So I thought, well, what the heck? Let's pick it up. All right, and then, like I said, I got a second of the frozen banana. There's frozen banana again. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Alright. Yeah. So, they have Impeccable. This is I'm sure you guys have seen Impeccable before. This is the Greenery Multi I thought this will make some cute hats like this, but for St. Patrick's Day. So that's probably what I'm going to work on after the project I'm working on now. So I got 3 of those. And then I'm going to match it with this dark green for the tassels and the band. I think that's going to look really pretty. Yeah, and these were, you know, like I said, these were 30. They went with the 30% off coupon. So I got 2 of the green, 3 of the variegated. Oh, I got more of the skyscape, and this is navy and silver multi. Again, this is on sale on clearance for $5. So picked those up. Picked 2 of those up. Oh no, 3 of them. 3 of them. Woo. And then I also picked up, because they had the Big Twist Living in the Rainbow, which I haven't been able to find. They don't have it online or anything, but they had it in store. And I absolutely love this yarn. So I'm thinking of making some of these hats in the rainbow. I think these will be super fun, LGBTQ for like Pride Month and stuff like. Well, I mean for any time, but for Pride Month, I think these will be amazing, right? So they only had 3, so of course I picked all 3 up. And all right, and then I picked up. They have the new tiramisu cakes. And I had to grab 2 of those. This is in the color Berry Bliss. Berry Bliss. It is a 4-weight. It says 6mm crochet hook, 6mm knitting needles, 8 ounces, 227 grams, 404 yards, 370 meters. It's 93% acrylic, 7% polyester. And I thought this was a pretty color. They had a few different colors there. Now, it's saying it's a 6. A 5. 4. It's a 4, but they want you to use a 6mm. I don't know. I mean, look at it. It's not thick. Like, I don't see why you'd need a 6, because, like, put it next to the Living, which I think Living's a little thin, and it's definitely thinner than that. Yeah, and, well, like, here's Red Heart Super Saver compared to it. We'll put it right next to each other. So, I mean, to me, it's thinner. See? Let's put it on my jacket so you can see better. Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know that I'd use a 6mm on this. I'm thinking a 5. Maybe even a 4.5. I just don't see a 6mm. It's not that thick. And it doesn't appear to be like roving. It's just like this twisted. I'll pull another piece out. Like the blue is twisted with the white. And then this is twisted with the blue. And then there's like a magenta in here that's twisted with the blue. But I don't see it as like a heavy 4. I don't know. But that's the tiramisu cakes. They came in a whole bunch of different colors. They're all these like twisties. So I'm going to hopefully, we'll work some stuff up with these soon. And we'll see what they look like. Because I'm excited to play with them. That's why I'm doing this video today. And then last but not least, I got the sweetie cakes. Which are new, and this is called Fudge Sundae. It is a 4-weight, a 5. They call them for a 5mm knitting needle or 5.5mm crochet hook. Machine washable and dryable. 75% acrylic, 25% nylon. 8 ounces, 227 grams, 480 yards, 438 meters. So, see, this is. I've been into the browns lately a little bit. So some more muted colors. I've been selling more stuff with the muted colors. So this has like like an off-white, a tan, just all sorts of different browns. And then it also has like this part with the spotted. So I'm interested to see how this looks too, worked up. Like I said, I'm going to work some of these up for you as soon as I finish what I'm working on. And because I'm excited about working on some of this stuff. And we'll see what it looks like. If anybody's curious, if you want to like see what it does before you go out and spend your money on it. Yeah, I will work some of these up. I'm going to put some of these away. Yeah, I will work some of these up so you guys can see if it's something. I know not everybody likes the same kind of yarns. I'm pretty pretty easy with yarn. There's a few I don't love. Well, I do not love working with chenille. I know people make beautiful amigurumis with it. Beautiful. I don't like working with it very much. I don't like the feel of it. Okay, it has nothing to do. It's beautiful. It's beautiful worked up. I don't like. It's like a touch thing. It's squishy and weird and fuzzy on my fingers. Ugh. I know it's strange. I know, but I don't love it. I don't. So I rarely work with like chenille or velvet. I just don't like the texture on my hands, and that's okay. Everybody's different. That, and there's some of the fuzzier yarns. Like I'm weird when I don't mind working with fur. I don't mind working with like the difficult ones that are hard to crochet because you can't see your stitches. I don't love the ones that you can't frog at all, because if everybody makes mistakes, and I hate when you can't frog your project when you see a mistake. You know what I mean? That you almost have to like say heck with it. I don't like that. So, because I make plenty of mistakes, and I'm not perfect, and then like it makes me nervous. Like, oh my god, don't make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, you can't fix it. And I'm constantly fixing mistakes in my projects. You know what I mean? I frogged like 10 rows the other day because I realized I screwed it up, and I restart projects all the time because I realized I screwed it up. So that, I don't love that, but like I'm pretty loosey-goosey when it comes to other stuff. I don't mind a lot of different yarns. I love variegated. I like solids. I like, people do a lot of like planned pooling and planned, where they, go through and cut the yarn and make it, I forget what it's called, forced color change or something like that. I don't do that too much. I don't like doing that. I love just letting yarn do what it needs to do. So, yeah. So I like working with just about any kind of yarn. There's very few that I don't like working with. So I will work some stuff up so you guys know whether it's something you like or don't like. And I know a lot of people have texture issues, have skin problems with things. So hopefully I can help you guys out a little bit with that. This is not going to be a super long video. I wanted to talk about that. And then, of course, I did finish my book. The, what's it called? The, How to Sell a Haunted House. That book was freaky. Finished that one. And then, of course, I got a book haul from, what's it called? Hamilton Books or something like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on my phone. Matt and Rebecca, Hamilton book. Matt and Rebecca, Rocket Crocheter, Matt the Rocket Crocheter, and Rebecca, Fiber Jazz Rebecca, they were talking about this. I guess Russ from It's Raining Yarn is the one who got everybody into it, and he was talking about you can go on there and they have like cheap books if you like. It's not, the selection is not like, they don't have everything you're looking for. I'm not gonna lie. However, there's a lot of different stuff on there. Yep, it's called HamiltonBook.com. Um, and they had turned me on to it because, like, I got a couple of hardcovers that I was looking for like between $5 and $8. I got some coloring books. I got a bunch of um, I got some biographies. I should show them to you one time. Well, I'll show them to you as I read them. So I got a bunch of, and of course, a bunch of World War II books. So, and it wasn't all that expensive. It really wasn't. It was really good prices. So HamiltonBook.com. I had never heard of it. Like I said, I heard of it from Matt and Rebecca, Matt the Rock and Crocheter and Fiber Jazz Rebecca, and they heard it from Russ. So now I don't know if Russ heard it from somebody else or whatever. So from It's Raining Yarn, but they had really good selections. So I got some. I finished my book. It was. I have to recommend Grady Hendrix' book, the How to Sell a Haunted House. If you like horror at all, it is freaky, but it's a great story. It will have you laughing out loud. It will have you freaking out. I was sitting here sitting here late at night reading the book with a blanket over my head, and I'm reading the book, and I see something out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, not today, Satan. I am not looking at that. I saw something move again. I'm like, oh, no. I'm just going to read my book. I'm ignoring that. Ignoring it. I don't see it. And finally, I saw it like again, and I look over, and it's one of my hair sticking out from the blanket. Yeah. So, frick myself out with the hair. I did. So that tells you something, because I can watch horror movies all day long and sleep like a baby. Well, not like a baby, because I never sleep like a baby, but I sleep just fine. Things don't freak me out too much. I read Stephen King all the time. Nothing. This one got me, so it's a good one for sure. And then I started reading the book's falling. I started reading, this is an interesting one, The Auschwitz Photographer, and it says the forgotten story of World War II prisoner who documented thousands of lost souls. And I am, 143 pages into it. It's really good. It is disturbing, of course, sad. It's the story of a guy who, without giving away too much, basically, he ended up in Auschwitz early on. He was from Poland when the Germans took over Poland from the Russians. Of course, the Russians took Poland, and the Germans took Poland from Russia, and that was very, if you don't know, Poland was very, very, very back and forth during the World War II from the get-go, from 1939 on, and poor Poland got in a tug-of-war the entire time World War II happened between the Russians and Germans, being, of course, they're on the Russian border, and they really took a lot of hits bad. I read some very interesting books about that. But he was in 1939, he was taken by the Germans when they lost Poland from the Russians, and he was young. He was told he had to go fight with the Germans. Well, he did not want to fight with the Germans, so he got taken as a prisoner and put in Auschwitz. And he was, even though he was white, so, people think, no. He was full Polish, not Jewish, nothing. But because he refused to fight for the Germans, he got put in Auschwitz as well. So he was a photographer by trade. He was apprenticing with his uncle as a photographer, and so they ended up putting him in the office where they took photos to identify the people coming into Auschwitz. And it's his story about taking those pictures. And there's some very interesting and disturbing things. Like I said, I always learn things when I read these books. I have learned a ton, again, and I'm only 142 pages in. Some things very disturbing, some things heartbreaking. The resiliency. It's a lot, but it's fascinating. And again, like I said before, my thoughts on it is, I know these are hard to read, these kind of books. I know reading people's experiences going through the Holocaust, on all sides, is very difficult. However, they lived it. I'm reading it on a page. If they could handle it, I can handle this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like every time I read one of their stories or something written by somebody who went through it, I am not only am I gaining knowledge, I am helping their experience live on, because we don't want to repeat it. You know what I'm saying? We're helping their experience at least make what they went through worth something. You know? That's my thought. So I started reading that, and then, well, we went to Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I got some more books for Valentine's Day. And so one of them is that Dungeon Crawler Carl, book 1. I have been seeing everybody talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl. If you have not seen anything about it, if you were into video games at all, it is basically a book about a guy, and the world ends, and is the world ends. Most people perish, and then it opens up into dungeons, like a video game dungeon, and you have to try to get through it to survive. And if you get to level 18, the earth will go back to you. You can rule the earth or whatever. I'm not quite sure about that part, but I've seen everybody saying, "Oh my god, it's a good series." Fiber Spider was talking about how great it is, and other people on my sci-fi fantasy groups on Facebook have been talking about how great it is. So I'm like, well, heck with it. I've been seeing it. I do love me a fantasy sci-fi book on occasion. I'm not like huge fantasy sci-fi book reader, although some of the books that I read are considered fantasy sci-fi, even though I consider them like para-romance. But I do enjoy, like, I loved Ready Player One. I like some sci-fi books, like I like Dune. I loved 1984. Well, 1984 is not really sci-fi. I liked War of the Worlds. I liked, I don't know. I've read a bunch of, 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was interesting. But I love Dune. Dune is one of my favorites. I obviously like Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. So, I do read, and I do read some like para-romance that's very fantasy with smut, So, but this is more sci-fi. So, I love The Martian by Andy Weir. I like a lot of that stuff. So, I decided to pick this up. Wow. Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. If you like, let's just say I got it yesterday. I started it yesterday. I have 186 pages in already. That tells you anything. Yeah, it's funny. It is got great characters. And like, if you've ever played a video game, and it's got Hunger Game aspects to it, and it's got a lot of video game aspects to it, and it's funny, and it's got a cat, and I recommend 100%, at least at this point. I know there's like 6 or 7 more books. There's like 6 or 7 books in the series at this point, and they're still writing, so I'm probably going to end up having to order some of the other books shortly, but that's okay. We'll do that then. And like I said, other than that, that's pretty much We had a nice dinner last night. We went shopping. I totally recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl. I will keep telling you how I feel about it. We had a nice dinner last night. My husband made steak and shrimp, and coconut shrimp, and then steak and shrimp on the grill. So good. And we had chocolate covered cheesecake for dessert. That was some little heart shapes. Oh my god, so good. And we went shopping a little bit yesterday. Got some iced coffee on the way home. It was just a nice day, even though I suffered for it, but it was worth it. It was well worth it. I needed to get out of the house. It did a lot for my mental health. Hopefully we can figure out the physical health part sooner than later, but I need to watch the mental health part too, So, and Logan went with us, so him and, actually Todd and the boys got some stuff. We picked up some stuff for them. His boys had good report cards, and Todd's been having a rough time at work, so he needed a little gift too. So we picked up a bunch of stuff. Plus, he's going to do openings for his channel, so he's actually down there working on that. Kids are actually here building their kits. They're being very quiet. They didn't even laugh when I said 6, 7. Oh, there goes one. 6, 7. 6, 7. Oh my god. Hey buddy, I get. Maybe he'll explode. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Oh, nothing yet. All right. So I think that's all for today. I appreciate all of you joining me. I really do. I appreciate everybody that comes here. I love hanging out with you. It really makes my day. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you do something good for yourself today. Something nice for yourself. Make yourself smile. Make yourself laugh. I've been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl and laughing all day. Uh-oh, now I'm being invaded by all of them. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Choose love every day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.